Hey guys, Anna from the Aussie Minimalist here. Just giving you a quick YouTube video about why it is so important that you don't listen to your gut when you're making huge important decisions. So this kind of runs counter to a lot of self-help advice about, listening to yourself, listening to your body, and kind of trusting that your body's going to tell you what to do. Now, I know there's a lot of room for interpretation on this, but I think that it's kind of unhelpful when it's not explained properly, and can kind of counterbalance your ambition and your ability to step into the unknown and the scary. So I made a huge decision to leave my full-time job, and I finished up last Friday. This is a big choice because I have been a teacher for 15 years. It's something I'm very good at, something that I know back to front, and it also has that stable income that provides for my family, which is one of my highest values. But it was too comfortable, and I was able to kind of make the excuse that I was too busy and too drained and too, creatively tapped out from my original job to actually focus on the thing that I'm passionate about, which is writing, creating content, and helping people who really want to be helped. I'm not saying that my students didn't want to be helped at all. Most of them did. But it was an environment, as schools are, where the students are forced to be there no matter how they feel. That's a story for another time. So I knew logically that I needed to leave my job in order to chase a dream, to free up time, to free up emotional space, creativity, and energy to create something amazing. Because I've always known that I'm built for, to reach a lot of people, and I have a good skill set of teaching to do that. So people might say, oh, well, you knew it, you were listening to your gut. Absolutely not. My gut the whole time when I'm quitting is telling me to stay in my comfort zone, to not put my family at risk by, stopping the income, to play it safe, stay where I know I'm going to succeed. My gut was my biggest betrayer. And even now, now that my job has finished, there's no real going back, my gut's freaking out. My body's like in panic mode. It's helping my whole brain to be like, oh, have you done the right thing? Maybe you should go back. Maybe you should, jump into another teaching job. This is irresponsible. This isn't safe. So I know I'm just using my example here, but I want you to think about how our bodies are programmed to avoid danger and uncertainty, and to think about the message of listening to your gut in a really, suspicious way when you're thinking about what you want to do with your life. Because often your body, your mind, your everything will be wanting you to play small, play safe, take smaller steps, so that you don't go into panic and the unknown too quickly. And this is kind of not the way to succeed and kind of ensures that you're not going to take the steps you need to. So what do? If you can't listen to your gut and you're in this kind of indecision space, what is the actual answer? So something that I found to kind of counterbalance any panic or an idea that my gut's telling me the wrong thing or my body's telling me I've done the wrong thing is to use that kind of future self idea to reflect back on your decision and make a decision from that space. So this sounds a little bit woo, I get it, I know, but I find it cuts through all of the drama that your mind decides to start throwing at you when you've made a firm decision. I hate drama. I don't like engaging in pointless thought activity because I find it draining. So what you do is you kind of cast forward 5 years and you say, is this the right decision to make 5 years from now? Will I be appreciative of this decision? What's going to be the result of this decision 5 years from now? Will I be glad and look back and laugh? Okay. And what this does to your body is it takes you out of that immediate moment of panic about money, about time, about feeling lost and confused, and it gives you that bigger scale to think about your decision, and it gives you the reassurance that you will survive this little part. Because every single change is going to be uncomfortable, especially if you're making big power moves in your life. you will have a time of freak out. When I'm 3 days into my decision, into the end of my decision and the result of my decision, and I've spent 2 days freaking out about it. And the only thing that has actually recentered me and given me that real drive to keep going, instead of leaning into the uncertainty and just kind of flapping around in that space, was, will I thank myself 5 years from now? And I knew the answer was absolutely, because this is where you start to build. This is what you've asked yourself for. You asked yourself for time, freedom, more energy, you know. Of course, there's going to be a time where I feel really uncomfortable, and then I just have to recognize, oh, that's now. So as unpleasant as it is, knowing that, oh, this is just a phase of discomfort and uncertainty, but it passes and I actually get to where I want to be, it just takes out all the drama. And it helps me to just go, right, okay, well, what's my next step? Right, I'm going to write this chapter, I'm going to record this podcast, I'm going to do this YouTube video, because I know that a lot of people will be told, listen to your gut. And that's a really confusing signal, especially if you're, trying to be very brave. Your body will kind of work against you in it. So thought I'd just share a little bit about, my own journey with you guys and give you that kind of push, I think, to take the move if you're playing around with what maybe, or have I made the wrong decision? And this doesn't just, apply to business. This applies to relationships. This applies to friendships. It applies to health decisions. Will I regret joining the gym? Probably not, So all of these types of things, if you step back a little bit and go forward into time and look back on your decision from that lens, it can take away the drama and the confusion of your gut telling you what you should and shouldn't do. So, make decisions from that beautiful, logical planning space and the end results. I'll see you again soon. Bye.